Hey, it's David Thomas with Orchard Hills Church and your morning devotion. Hope you're having an absolutely incredible start to your day. So today I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to read from Romans 8:5, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Satan's strategy to destroy us. And I know that's kind of a morbid topic, but we have to be aware of that, how he works, how he will attack, so we can then avoid that and live according to the spirit and not to the flesh. So let me read Romans 8:5. Those who live according to the flesh have their minds set on what the flesh desires. But those who live in accordance with the spirit have their minds set on what the spirit desires. Now, what did Paul mean here? I mean, he's talking about the flesh. He's obviously not talking about skin and bone. He's talking about what? Our desires, our carnal natures. That's what he means with the flesh. You cannot live according to the flesh and according to the spirit. It's just not possible. It's one or the other. Now, there's always consequences to sin, right? Satan is a master of deception. He is a liar, and his goal is to separate you from Christ. Now, obviously, his main goal was to separate you for eternity, but we know that once we are saved, that is not possible. So what's the next step? Is to separate us from a close relationship with Christ, lead us down a path of sin, lead us down a path where we cannot fulfill God's will for our lives, and that will ultimately lead in destruction, whether it's destruction of our lives or those that are around us that we touch. It leads to loss and pain, and that is his game. And so we have to first be aware of that is his will, that is his desire for us. He wants to ruin our lives through severing our relationship, our close relationship with Christ. Now, like I said, there's always consequences to sin. So what he does is he puts in our mind thoughts. That's his playground, right? It never, the sin or the activity might end in the hands and the feet, but it's always going to start in the mind. So first we have to safeguard our minds. And a very good practice is to, when you wake up in the morning, before your feet hit the floor, you need to say, Lord, this is your mind, your brain, your thoughts. They're yours. Use them to your glory today. Protect them and use them for your glory. Give it to God. God's the only one that can defeat him. We can't in our own power. Only God can. So we need to give those areas that we know, well, we want to give all areas of our lives to God, but especially we know that we're going to be under attack in the mind. Give your mind to God. Ask him to protect it. Because what does he do? And it's really genius, if I could say that. I say that reverently, but the way he attacks us, and it's always something we don't have, right? It's never with something Satan never reminds us about how blessed we are. He never reminds us about how much we have, how we have an amazing family, or we have food on the table, we have gas in our car, we have a car to drive. He never reminds us of all that. He reminds us of what we don't have, just like he did in the garden. Right, with Adam and Eve. What did he do? They had everything. I mean, it was paradise, but they couldn't eat of one tree. He reminded them of that. He put that right in their face, and then he started to twist what God had said, what God had told them. And so that's what he does in our lives. So we have to know, not only is he going to lie to us every single day if he can, he is going to put things in our minds that show us what we're lacking and what we could have and what we don't have. I don't have that job, or I don't have that in my bank account, or I don't have, that relationship. When a lot of, all the thoughts he's going to be putting into your mind, you shouldn't be thinking. So what do? How do we overcome this? So first, we're aware of it. We know he's going to attack us in our minds, and he's going to put thoughts in our head based off of things that we don't have, desires that we feel like we need fulfilled. And so we need to be aware of that, and we need to strong guard ourselves from that. So like I already said, give it to God. When you wake up in the morning, put on the whole armor of Christ. You need to ask God to protect your thoughts, ask God to protect your actions, and ask him to use everything that you do throughout that day to his glory, because sin does not bring glory to God. So if God is using you to bring glory to his kingdom, and you're filled with the Spirit, you're going to be living according, like you said, you're going to have living according to the Spirit, and you're going to have mind set on what the Spirit desires. So go throughout your day. Remember that. Be aware that we are under attack 24/7. We get lax and we forget that we have an enemy out there that is creeping about like a roaring lion, looking to steal, kill, and destroy. So we have to be on guard. We have to have on our armor. We have to pray. We have to ask God for strength, and we have to give the victory to him. All right, so I hope you got value from this. Once again, my name is David Thomas with Orchard Hills Church. If you did, I hope that you will like, comment, share this with others, and we will see you back here very soon. Take care. Bye.